What's up, YouTubers? I'm just sitting here chilling. Chilling, you know, got in not too long ago from work. Just thinking about this basketball, and I saw there was a question on First Take, beginning question asked, is Steph Curry the greatest point guard ever? And of course, this is prisoner of the moment. If what Steph did yesterday in Game 7 was just absolutely masterful. And I will throw no shade on that. I think, and you'll hear this on the podcast as that's loading up, I think that if the Warriors do go on to win the championship, that Steph will now be in the conversation. The reason why, and it's not because I'm a Laker fan, I'm a diehard Laker fan, but the reason why Magic Johnson is the best point guard ever is they both affect the game. They both change the game. But Magic Johnson revolutionized the game when it came to big men being point guard. Without Magic Johnson, there is no LeBron James. There is no Kevin Durant. There is no Giannis. I mean, to be honest with you, all of these big guys who like to take the ball coast to coast, there's none of that. A lot of these guys who are 6'5" and above or 6'6" and above would not exist if it was not for Irvin Magic Johnson. And the reason why I think Magic Johnson, I've had this debate of who do I think is the best player within myself. Like a lot of people say MJ, a lot of people say LeBron. I say neither. To me, it was between Magic and Kareem. I think Magic is the best player because he could play all five positions, and I've said this for years. He was too quick for big men and too big for small guys. But for the reasons that I just named for Magic is why I think he's the best, just point guard, period. Now, what Steph Curry has done, like when they say that Steph Curry has revolutionized the three-point shot, not exactly. He didn't revolutionize the three-point shot. He revolutionized distance from three-point shooting. He revolutionized of how far back is an acceptable three-point shot because, people, the NBA today is nothing but three-point shooting. And a lot of people like to credit that to Steph Curry. Yeah, he's a part of it, but he wasn't the beginning. Mike D'Antoni's 7 seconds or less offense, where they were shooting threes all over the place, that's what started the revolution of the three-point shot in the NBA. Mike D'Antoni's offense. And they started that in 2003. That started 20 years ago. And that's not me throwing any shade on Steph because I'm about to say something else. Like I said, Steph Curry created the logo three, the distance, the threes from way out in the fucking parking lot. That's what he revolutionized. And he's an absolute all-time great. And I honestly think that Steph Curry, should the Warriors win another championship, I think that Steph Curry should be, seriously, he should be called the best player of his generation. And this is on LeBron's watch. A lot of people want to give that to LeBron, but Steph has won 4 titles all on LeBron's watch, 3 of them against LeBron, and he's going up against LeBron now. He's denied LeBron several times. They're playing they're getting ready to go up against the Lakers now. But what I do think, I don't think Steph Curry is the greatest point guard ever, but what I do think Steph Curry is, what I think he's established himself to be, and feel free to comment, agree, disagree, whatever. I think what Steph Curry has become is the most feared player ever. Even more so than Michael Jordan. Even more so than Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James. I think Steph Curry is the most feared player ever. And it's because of his shooting range. Not solely because of his shooting range, because, he has handles out of this world and he can finish inside as well as finish outside. But the fact that as soon as you get past half court, he is legit in range. Like if you see somebody take one step past half court and shoot the ball, you would be like, he's not going to make it. Even all of you analytics nerds will probably say, well, the percentage chance that he's not going to, there's a certain percentage that he's not going to make it. And you'd be right most of the time. But when Steph Curry lets the ball off from anywhere, you think that's a 50-50 chance of going in. Even if it's from an outrageous distance, you think that's a 50-50 chance of going in. That scares the hell out of a coach. That scares the hell out of a defense. Even more so than Michael Jordan. Even more so, because with Jordan, and I know there'll be some people who'll be like, man, you crazy. Did you ever have to worry about Michael Jordan once he crossed half court? No. You had to worry about Michael Jordan when he got the ball on that block or when he got the ball at the top of the key. Late games, yes, it was a lot of stuff you had to be worried about with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, but his ability to just get a slither, Steph Curry's ability just to get a slither of space and take the quickest jump shot, and again, 50-50 chance is going to go down. Like, Michael Jordan could not. If Michael Jordan created the small amounts of space that Steph did, he wouldn't score like that. You know, Michael Jordan needed more space, and he would get into his spot to score. And this is no knock against Michael Jordan, but I think Steph Curry is the most feared player ever because he only needs a micro centimeter to get off a shot. And the fact that as soon as he takes one step past half court, he is in range. I don't like the fact that other players have copied it so much. I think that specifically has been bad for the game. But for him, I'm not saying it's bad for him. I think the amount of three-point shots are ridiculous. You can't blame that all on Steph. Again, Mike D'Antoni introduced the shit to the NBA. But yeah, that's why I stand with Steph. Most feared player ever. Not the greatest point guard ever, but the most feared player ever.